My name is Penelope Cruz, and I was born in Madrid, Spain. The first audition was for my manager, who looks for actors every year to represent, and she was testing like 300 actors. She made me do it 3 times because I was 14, and she sent me home because she said I was too young. And I came back and did another scene from Casablanca, which you cannot do when you are 14. But she asked me to do that, so that was her fault. So then I asked her to allow me to come back a 3rd time. And then I did, and then she asked me to work together, and she sent me to some castings, and I got the parts. And then I got Jamón Jamón when I was 16, Belle Époque when I was 17. Of course, I always had to lie about my age. I had to lie to my parents about the content of the script. More than lying or omitting, I just didn't talk about the details. It was Stephen Frears, and it was for High Low Country. He asked me to audition, and I put myself on tape in Spain, and he gave me the part, so I came to America with my return ticket. But then while I was here, I had to audition for another movie, and I got the part, and then that's how it happened. The first meeting was great because it was so Woody's world. His office, I walk in and we sat down for 30 seconds. He told me that he had seen Volver and other movies that I had done with Pedro, and that he thought I would be right for this character that he was writing. And that was it. And he said, okay, I will see you on the set. And then I never saw him again. I never spoke to him again until we were shooting. And then he sent me the script with this man that knocks on your door and gives you the script and says, I will come back in an hour to get it back. And okay. You have to read it really fast because also you are reading in another language. And the same thing with To Rome with Love. The same, was a different man, but the same behavior came to the door and gave me the script. And this time I asked for 2 hours. And they said, okay, you can have 2 hours. Woody Allen gave me a lot of freedom, and of course you don't want to change any word, any comma that was written by Woody Allen. But for Vicky Cristina Barcelona, he sent it to us in English, and he gave us permission to do our own translation because there was another translation that we didn't really like. And he said, okay, throw it away and translate it and speak the way your character would say these lines. So that's what we did. He didn't know what we were saying. And this morning he told me again, he still today doesn't know if we were talking about the atomic bomb or what we were talking about. I love that he's so honest, about everything. When people ask him, like, why you don't spend a lot of time preparing, you don't spend a lot of time working with the actors before shooting. And he says, in front of all of us, he says, no, I try to avoid the cast. Because they come to me with all these strange questions that I either don't know the answer or I don't want to answer. And I'm sure he thinks that we are all crazy, and I really drove him crazy in Vicky Cristina Barcelona because I think my character was affecting me a little bit. I found him sometimes close to a tree looking at me like, I've had to die in a few movies and I don't like it. But sex scenes are really, really hard to shoot also. Like, very strange, very... I always feel like, wow, there are so many movies that you could do about the making of a love scene and how absurd and strange it is. That's all I think when I'm doing one. I'm thinking, where would I put the camera if I had to tell the story of how these scenes get made? It's really hard to invent a new way to shoot a love scene, but Pedro has done it so many times. Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down always makes me cry. That movie to me is heartbreaking, and the music that Morricone did, and when he takes her there, and at the end they are all singing in the car, and this love story always makes me cry. That's the movie why I wanted to become an actress.